We are live. Okay. So let's check YouTube if we are live. Playing with fire looks good. Let's see. Yeah, we have good audio. All right, let's tell a bunch of people I'm live. Please join. Na 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 na. Not your everyday Ashley. Michelle. Sarah. Ryan. Na, na, na. Okay, that's enough. Oh, we could invite Alex to. Na, 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 na. Let's take the link. Can we pin it? Pin message. All right, very nice. All right, so what do I want to say? So basically, this discussion that we just saw, maybe I should pull it up. A very interesting discussion. So present, share screen. I want to share a Brave tab. So let me open a Brave tab. Will it let me? Yeah. Okay. So let's go to YouTube. Let's go to the Playing with Fire. Where's the history? Hysterectomy. Ooh, there it is. There it is. Yo, what's up? All right. So basically, Mr. Thorpe. I want to hear what Mr. Thorpe was saying. Okay. Let me find it and destroy it. So this one, I think.
Not bad, but like he has to fight some really fucking hard bullets. Like it's very.
Are you guys crazy? Are you guys crazy?
Yeah.
Alex, I'm not trying to say anything. I don't know how old your niece is, but if you had a niece who's 9 years old, I come up to her and I go, "Oh, aren't you a pretty little girl? Don't you have a pretty dress on?"
Oh God, here we
That's
go.
flirting. It's fine.
Well, that's not flirting, Ben.
It's flirting. Yeah, I'm acting like I'm interested in her, like her boyfriend. Like, aren't you pretty? I bet your boyfriend is, something like that.
Are we gonna have to turn this video into the police? Like, what the fuck is happening?
Look,
All right, so that's actually a very interesting response from Mr. Juan. So I have a policy. If someone brings up pedophilia, then he is suspect of being a pedophile. I think that's the only way we can deal with these endless accusations. Because I mean, once you're accused of, I mean, anytime you talk about children or it's not even children, it's just underage. It's TFM even says, even if you discuss, listen to this, even if you discuss the legal age of consent, you are a pedophile. If you just discuss the legal age of consent, you are a pedophile. So you can't even discuss the legal age of consent. Oh, Javier, Monsieur Javier, how are you? Agreed, he is a pedophile. No, no, no. There are no pedophiles. Pedophilia. No, first of all, let's do semantics. Pedophilia just means love of children, I think. So even if a person loves children, it doesn't mean they're sexually attracted to children. And it also further doesn't mean that they do anything sexual with children. And it further doesn't mean that they do anything violent, like rape children. So it's very, very removed. So even pedophilia, even the accusation of pedophilia is basically doesn't have any teeth. It's not an accusation. I mean, what are you saying? Even if, right? If you're saying a guy is a pedophile, well, he loves children. So what if he loves children? I mean, if a father loves his children, so he is a pedophile. That's the definition. And that is somehow a terrible thing. No, that's ridiculous. Anyway, I'll tell you what's going on. What's going on is that there is, I mean, in general, we live in a society that condemns, abhors um, sex. Sex is this terrible thing. Everyone is ashamed. Yeah, shame. And that's why you remember my no shaming. That's why I'm so much against shaming. I don't know. He was saying that he has sexual interest in his daughter. That was pretty weird. He didn't say that. But even if he would tell me that he wants to have sex with his daughter, I mean, even if he would say that, all right. So what do you want to do? What you want to kill him? You want to execute him? I don't understand. Honestly don't understand. A person says this is my nature, right? That's my whole claim against no shaming. Why am I against shaming? Javier says, "Wait, Mr. Slave, weren't you saying that anyone who abuses women should be executed immediately? Not just executed, same day. I'm sick of this 50-year wait time, and every year costs like $100,000 to keep these rapists alive in a high security jail. These are very expensive hotels. So same day execution, no more jails. Either you execute the guy or let him go and make him pay a fine. But same day execution. It's got to be same day. Yeah, if someone abuses a woman, of course. I would say if someone abuses a man as well. I mean, it doesn't matter. I mean, if you are a violent member of society, then I mean, if that's what you are, if you are a what colloquially we call a piece of shit, then yeah, I mean, execution should be on the table. In general, I don't believe in punishment. In general, there's ultimately no reason to punish. But I guess, I mean, we don't live in a perfect world. I'm not running this world. If I would run this world, maybe I could have a much, much better world in which there would really be no need for punishment. Like when I deal with people, I avoid punishment as much as I can, but sometimes you just can't, I guess. And if you need to punish, you can't. I mean, the punishment has to make sense. And keeping a guy in jail for years, whereas each year costs the taxpayer thousands or even millions of dollars, then we cannot afford it. Anyway, look, the point is we live in a society, we're not being honest. we don't know, right? When Alex says, no, you are a pedophile, when Q2 says you're a pedophile, when Juan says, oh, this guy called the FBI, right? So all these reactions, we don't know if these are honest reactions or virtue signaling. So because this is our society shames sexuality and specifically pedophilia so much, so Alex cannot be honest. I mean, imagine Alex really fantasizes at night about banging little girls. I don't want to say Alex, and a guy. Imagine one of these guys on the panel, or a guy, a normal guy, fantasizes, and this has to be true because we know that there is a porn fetish of lolly. I mean, men, women. I mean, it is prevalent, but we're all pretending that no, that it doesn't exist. If this guy even looks at a little girl, oh, he is the only one in the universe. No, that's not true. It's a whole fetish, and it's. I guess it's. I mean, until not too long ago, it was actually prevalent that men would marry little girls. Not too long ago. Anyway, but in our current society, sex in general is shamed, and sex between adults and children is criminal. So we cannot. So if someone has this tendency, um, I mean, first of all, what can he do about it? Wait. So, what is the minimum age you would consider okay? What do you mean consider okay? I mean, it's not me considering okay. There is legal anyway, there's legal laws. There are laws in every jurisdiction about these things, and like anything else, you have to be careful not to offend the our law, our law system, our justice system, because the justice system will destroy you, and that's it. You have to abide by the legal system. What I consider, I don't. I mean, I cannot even say my opinion, right? That's the problem. No one can really say his opinion, because if you say an opinion, that basically any, even if you talk about it, some people would say you talked about it. Just by talking about it, you're a pedophile. So no one can really express his opinion on this topic. It's called taboo. The entire topic is taboo. So of course everyone is going to deny that they have this tendency. You cannot expect honesty around this topic. So the whole discussion is useless. All we can have is maybe a meta discussion, a discussion about why we can really not have a discussion and what can we do to fix it, because it's not a good idea to not be able to have a discussion. I mean, this is like freedom of speech. We are taking the freedom of speech away from ourselves. Anyway, so Mr. Thorpe, he was expressing, I guess, his opinion. He was pretty transparent, and everyone, of course, has to virtue signal, oh, he's so terrible. He's a terrible human being because I don't even know because what. He didn't even say he has sexual. Maybe he hinted that he has some sexual attraction towards his daughter. So what? His daughter, I don't even know what she looks like. I mean, her face is obviously beautiful. I mean, if she has a good body and everything else, then what how can you not have sexual attraction? How do you turn off? That doesn't make any sense. If a healthy male sees a beautiful young lady, so what if it's his daughter? Can he inhibit himself from being attracted to her? How do you do that? That doesn't make any sense. So the question is not, do you, let me see how oh, okay. Wait, one person. So I guess Javier, you still with us? No, that's me, I guess. Anyway, the question is not do people have attraction to children? I mean, let's say you see an underaged beautiful chick, right? Even saying chick. Ooh, you said chick about an underaged girl. You're a pedophile. Call the FBI. Yeah, Javier, thank you. So, I mean, so wait a minute. So if a girl, so let's say the age of consent is 18. So the girl, let's say she's 18 minus 1 minute. Or let's just say, it's a hypothetical. It's not even a hypothetical. Let's say she's 18 minus 1 minute. So she's underaged or underage, I guess. And she's, so can you then say she's a hot chick? Because in like one, I'm calling Humpty Dumpty says, I'm calling the NYPD as we speak. Get your second mask ready. I guess you say Sunny Boy. Yeah, I mean, we cannot have a discussion with all these with the while being terrorized with this thing. I mean, we have a First Amendment. We have the freedom to say, to express ourselves, to say it doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense if a person, it's not even if, by far most people, they see a beautiful young lady, they will be attracted to her even if she's 1 minute underage or one or whatever. They cannot stop being attracted to her. Now, if they say, so what are they going to say? I'm not attracted. So how are you not attracted to a beautiful underage lady? How do you do that? How is that possible? So obviously you're lying. It doesn't make any sense. I mean, if you saw the same girl online, or I mean, let's say you have two identical twins, but they were born a minute apart. So right now, one of them is old enough that she's of legal age of consent, but the other one is underage because she's a minute after. Let's just say it's we are at that time that one of the identical twins is of legal age of consent, the other one is not. Now you don't know which is which. Here's a trick. So you see one of them and she's beautiful, you see the other, she's gorgeous, and so what? So for one of them you feel attraction, for the other it doesn't make any sense. It's a lie. People are lying when people say that. Well, I don't even know what they say. I don't understand the whole premise. I don't understand. So if I honestly don't understand. If you see a beautiful young lady, you don't know her age, so you what? You're not attracted to her? How? But how do you do that? Of course you're lying. Of course you're lying. And of course you have to lie because we live in terror, because we live under a in a terroristic rule, in a terroristic world that your neighbors, your friends will report you. Here, people in the comment section, right here, NYPD, FBI, everybody, and this is because everybody, we all live in terror of this crime. So we cannot have a conversation. Now, who's paying the price? I mean, not having the conversation, that's not okay, it's not the end of the world, but who's paying the price? So at the end of the day, the price is that I think, especially young women, the fathers are terrified of expressing love and affection towards their daughters. So a guy, a man, a father cannot tell his daughter that he loves her, that she's beautiful. This is terrible because girls need to hear this from their fathers. Girls need to hear from their fathers that they are beautiful, that they are loved a lot. I think at least twice a day, every day. So that's a situation. Anyway, let's keep listening to what he said.
Saying you're flirting with a girl. I
No,
understand.
hold
There's
up.
a
Did you say
difference.
9 years old, dude?
That's not flirting. I tell
Right, not a 9-year-old girl. It doesn't matter what age. Why should it matter to what age? I don't understand. I honestly don't understand. And if you're talking to a little boy, what? So what's I mean, I don't know. I mean, it's horrific. It's horrifying that we cannot talk to children. This is what has happened to our civilization. This is very bad.
my
Well, it
little
is.
niece that she's beautiful too. That doesn't mean I'm flirting with her. Flirting is when you're trying to fuck her. There's a sexual.
No. Look up the definition. It means you're playing at flirting. I flirt with old ladies. I flirt. You know what I mean? Whatever.
Flirting is when you're trying to fuck her. I mean, this is already semantics. So now, what is the definition of flirting? I mean, you can talk to a little girl and be, I guess, flirtatious. I mean, game. What is game? Game is making the other person feel comfortable, laugh, enjoy your company. That's game. You can use game with your with when you go on a date, but also with your guy friends, with your family, with your boss, with your coworkers. You can use game with anyone. What is game? Game is having good vocals, good posture, good, and it's just being relaxed. That's all it is. It's being yourself, as women like saying. So what's wrong with being yourself with children? It's ridiculous. What you're talking to children, so you don't want to make them happy. You don't want to make them comfortable. You don't want to make you don't want to make them have them enjoy your company. That doesn't make any sense.
Whatever.
Yeah,
It's
but
just
this is flirting. It has to do with sex,
I'm not running
interest.
games.
So Juan says flirting has to do with sex. All right. I don't know. I mean, I don't know. I mean, so don't have sex. Don't have sex with children. I mean, but flirting. You don't have to get to the point that you have sex. You can flirt. You can joke around. Flirting is just lightening up. Yeah, lightening everything up, just making everything light and fun. That's all it is.
Shame on your
A
knees.
romantic or sexual interest.
Damn,
That's
Ben,
what
go
flirting
on.
is.
Romantic or sexual interest? No. Yeah, I mean, you're not gonna bang a 9-year-old, but you could still tell her, "Wow, you're wearing a beautiful dress." I mean, you can tell little girls they love hearing this, that they're wearing wow, what a beautiful dress, what beautiful shoes, and your hair. I mean, why are they dressing up? Why are little girls dressing up if not to be told that they are beautiful? I mean, they it's so important for them. They spend so much time to become beautiful. So of course they want to hear it. They need to hear it. This is healthy for them.
Indirect and fun way to let your flirting is an indirect and fun way to let your crush know you're interested, like a seductive line or a few coy words.
Yeah, there should be some. So here's the question.
Okay, so they're playing semantics. They're going to dictionaries. Flirting is this and this and this. All right, fine. It doesn't matter.
Andy, that.
True. It's
And here, so you have his daughter, and she wants to defend him. Obviously, I mean, she agrees with him, and she was saying before that when she was underage, she used to go online and look for men's. She wants to see dicks. I mean, so is that legal? Is an underage girl allowed to go online and see dicks? But that's what she wants. I mean, is that pedophilia? If she wants to see a man's dick, she's curious, and I don't know. The girls, I don't even know if they get turned on by it because they always laugh when they see dicks. So, but that's what she wants. So, is that legal? But anyway, she's defending him, and they're basically attacking her. They're not attacking him, but they might as well be attacking her. So it's women who are being attacked. I mean, it's also women who are being attacked.
Oh, that explains why he likes Cormaxer.
you're acting like you're attracted to somebody.
No.
Right.
Get out of here. No, Alex, I got a question for you. If there's some dude who knows your niece, like he's at a party or whatever, and he avoids talking with your niece.
Exactly. Wait, let's read a comment. All right. So we have Javier says, "Do you use game in New York City every day?" No, not every day, but when I go outside and there's women, yeah, like yesterday I went to my ex-owner, I guess at this point. I went and I took the dog for a walk, and yeah, I did cold approach multiple times. Basically, I think 5 times I approached chicks. Yes. Next, Humpty Dumpty says, "Mr. Slave, it seems you like to play contrarian with every popular belief. I don't think you actually believe half of what you say." You are absolutely incorrect, Humpty Dumpty. I absolutely never play contrarian. I absolutely never express an opinion that is not 100% my opinion. I never joke about anything in the universe, ever. Javier, I remember you said New York City is easy mode, especially since you said most guys don't call the police. Yeah. Yeah, New York City, I mean, where my owner lives, there's so many I mean, the easy one of the reasons for the easy mode is that the ratio of women to men, I think it's like 6-1. I mean, you walk down the street, it's mostly women and beautiful young ladies, a lot of them professional models, actresses. Yeah, it's and they're very receptive. So, I mean, I don't think in New York City I've ever had a negative. Yeah, I once had a negative experience, but what happened was that I approached a chick once. She was very receptive. She gave me her phone number, no problem, even though she had a boyfriend. And then I approached her again because I didn't recognize her. And she said, "Oh, it's me. Remember?" I said, "Okay, yeah, yeah." And then it happened a third time, and even a fourth time. Basically, she's a very close neighbor to my owner, so I was hitting on her a lot, and I every time she looked different, it was terrible, and she got really upset, and she said, "Listen," and her mom was there, and she said, "Listen, you got to stop it. You need to run." No, that's not slave game. Haven't had the best results online. Yeah, online is very difficult. It's very difficult. Face to face is very easy. I mean, it's very easy even with very young chicks. But if you approach only tens, it's still very easy. But of course, if you approach nines and eights and so on, it's still much easier than anywhere else, I think, in the world. And you get better results than anything else I know. Amazing results. I cannot actually testify about results. I mean, I got a lot of phone numbers from Cold Approach in New York City, but uh, never actually followed up and had a relationship with any of them. It's just me. I've been busy with my owner and with work. So, but as far as cold approach, which is what I've been trying to learn, so yeah, I pretty much mastered cold approach. I'm pretty happy with my abilities. Like, basically, you could say a year ago. Yeah, a year ago. I did basically my first cold approach in my travels. Basically, a year ago, or even a little less than a year ago, I did my first cold approach. I almost fainted. It was a shock to the system. It was very difficult. But yeah, I started getting. You just gotta do it. You gotta jump feet first into the water and the cold water, and just do it. And whatever. Damn, I need to. Okay, it's not slave game. I don't run slave game. You. What happens is when you do it a lot, you develop your own game, your own line that you use again and again, and your own personality. And like I what I do. I told this to Alex, and he said he doesn't like it, but for me, it works. Let me tell you, and then I'll read Humpty Dumpty's comment. Wait, so you say now that you don't have an owner, will you continue the sub lifestyle, by the way? I mean, the sub lifestyle, like just today, I matched with a beautiful woman on Facebook. And I told her whatever. What did I tell her? Anyway, she ended up asking me, "Wait, are you looking for a dom?" And I said, "Of course." And she disconnected. So I mean, I'm still looking for a dom. I mean, now that I don't have an owner, I'm looking for an owner. Let me unlock my phone. So of course, I mean, my sub lifestyle is who I am. Nice to meet you, my friend. How was your night, my friend? Okay, anyway, so I don't have the conversation because she disconnected, so I don't have the conversation, so I can't even show you. But yeah, all my texting with women, very as soon as possible, I need them to know that I'm a sub, that I want to be domed, I want to be abused and used and choked as soon as possible. Yeah. No, I don't remember what I was saying. Oh yeah, my lines, my pickup. So when I do cold approach, what I say is, like if I'm with the puppy, so so the puppies obviously start sniffing each other. So then I say, is it a he or a she? So whatever. Okay. What's their name? How old? just you start a conversation about anything. It doesn't matter, and then you say, "Can I exactly like this? Can I ask you a question?" And you wait, and then they say, "Sure." So you say, "Are you single?" and and that's it. And then they say yes or no, and if they are not single, oh wow, lucky guy. And you can say a couple more things about the puppies and be about your way. If they say if they say they're not single, right? If they say yes, I am single. Oh, really? Oh, wait, let me see. Javier says, what made you decide to start cold approaching, by the way, since you said you started about a year ago? What made me decide to cold approach? I guess I was at the supermarket and I saw the most beautiful woman in the universe. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Flat tummy, um, beautiful face, just unbelievable. Huge ass, huge thighs, perfection. Just a piece of perfection walking in the supermarket. So this wasn't in English, and that language, which I barely was able to say anything in. So I had to do my first cold approach in that language, which I barely spoke, and that's it. So I decided to do it, and she said yeah, and she gave me her number. And that was that. The rest is history. But then she wouldn't. I made a mistake. I asked her to come over, and she didn't like that. Yeah, I should have taken her out for a normal date. Once she said that she's not comfortable to come over, I should have offered a normal date. So I was too pushy. And then, yeah, since then I've been doing cold approaches here and there. One time, like one in a couple, you get real bitches, real. I can't. I won't be in. Okay, so Alex is not gonna join us. It's not critical. So once in a while, you get crazy bitches, and that's not fun. And so you gotta cut your losses and say I'm sorry and walk away. You don't want to get in trouble. You don't want them to call the police. So one Korean chick, I cold approached. Actually, it was a warm approach at my gym, and I told her. She said I'm busy. I'm with a boyfriend or something, and call me in a month. She gave me a number, and I forgot about the month. And I texted her that night. Hey, let's get a drink. And she went berserk, and she could have gotten me in trouble in the gym, and I and and she didn't, thank God. But cold approach can be like playing with fire. It could be a little dangerous, so you got to be calibrated. Anyway, let's continue listening to this conversation.
Because he's afraid it might get sexual. That's the weirdo. Am I right?
Well, okay, there's like a reasonable middle ground. You can have a conversation.
I wouldn't say that's the weirdo. It's most men are terrified of being accused of being pedophiles. So most men are going to pretend that, what are you talking about? If she's underage, how could you be how could you be attracted to her? That's impossible. It's like it's completely fake. All men are faking this not being pedophiles. They're faking it because they're so terrified. It's not a weirdo thing. I mean, it could be that some men are actual weirdos and they are predators and they are dangerous. But I heard the statistic is that most women when they are harassed sexually, it's within the family. It's from someone they know. So it's not going to be from strangers, statistically speaking, in the first place. So I wouldn't even worry about that. Let's continue.
Conversation with people who are under 18, just like there should be zero reason why
Who aren't 18. But that's not. But how did he come up? How did Alex come up with this number 18? And what does it even mean? So 18 minus 1 minute. If you bang her, then you're a pedophile. But after 1 minute, if you bang her, then you're not a pedophile. What happened in that 1 minute? I mean, obviously, it's just legal. I mean, this is obviously a legal discussion. It's not an ethical discussion. It's not. It's it's, n- it's just a legal discussion. It's just the Congress passed a law apparently, and we have to all abide by this law. Period. It's nothing. And Alex brings up the 18. Some states it's 17. In some countries, in Germany, it's like 14 or something. In Mexico, it's like 12. Who knows what it is? I think in Iran it's like 9. I mean, why 18? And if tomorrow the age of consent is changed to 19, so Alex was a pedophile all these years. Every time he said 18, or people are gonna, a year from now, people are gonna look back and Alex said 18. Oh my God, 18. That's like saying some underage number today. And this number might keep going up, that 10 years from today it could be 20, 21. Who knows what they're going to look back at us and they're going to call us pedophiles. Obviously the whole thing makes no sense.
it would become sexual. There is zero chance that if I talk to any girl under 18, they could become sexual because I'm not attracted to young.
Oh, because I'm not attracted to young 18. He is not attracted to a girl under 18. So if she's 18 minus 1 minute, he is not attracted to her. Really, Alex? How do you do that magic trick? How are you not attracted to an 18 minus 1 minute young lady? That's ridiculous. Obviously, he's lying. And we all have to lie. We have to live in a world of lies. This is what we have come to. Terrible.
Girls.
Yeah,
So
I'll be like, nice
this is
dress.
the ultimate question that
I wanna
we
fuck.
And Juan in the background pretends, yo, nice dress. Yeah, to an 18 minus 1 minute year old girl. Oh, you told her she has a nice dress? Obviously, you're a pedophile. Obviously.
Like, what the?
when you're talking to this 16-year-old, is there any ounce of sexual intent on your part?
I don't know what that means, sexual intent. I
You
mean,
have-
I think, yeah,
you
it's a
have-
little.
Yeah, exactly? What do you mean by sexual intent? I mean, it's illegal, but you want me to do something illegal and destroy my life, go to jail, probably get murdered in jail because you're a pedophile, because that's what they do to pedophiles. So of course of course I'm not gonna bang not even an 18 minus 1 minute year old girl. I'm not gonna bang because because the justice system is gonna crush you. I'm not gonna play with the justice system. It's not the girl, it's the justice system that you have to worry about. And that's why Alex has to lie. And that's why all men have to lie. That they can see these gorgeous women and say, no, I'm not attracted to underage women. No, of course not. And we don't know. They're virtue signaling. We don't know what men do alone at night with their iPhones lying in bed. What porn they watch. So of course but statistically we know that a lot of men watch pedophilic content, whatever, lolly content. And it's usually, I wouldn't be surprised that it's usually the people that are so terrified of this topic that actually have this tendency. And that's what I've decided to do. I've decided that anytime someone brings up pedophilia, because I never bring up pedophilia, anytime someone brings up pedophilia, I'm just going to accuse them of being a pedophile. Because I'm sick of this insinuation that if you talk about the age of consent, obviously you're a pedophile. You talk about forget it. If you accuse anyone of pedophilia, I'm going to accuse you of pedophilia. How about that? Stop accusing people. This is like a witch hunt. If you don't accuse someone of being a witch, then they're going to accuse you of being a witch. So you got to accuse the whole world of being witches. That's what we have come to. This is terrible.
There's a little bit
Sexual
of tension.
intent.
Well, there's a little bit of
It's
tension.
not that hard, sir.
Do you have
Oh
okay?
my
the question-
God. Break it down.
Wait, I have a
Do you-
message from a beautiful chick that I'm trying to get on Tinder. She says she's from Ukraine. I know you're from. I mean, you are beautiful. She's 12 miles away. I don't get it. She said, where do you live? Wait, let me first put hearts on what she said. Now I'm going to ask her, where do you live? Oh, she's about to write something. Let me wait until she texts. Wake me up. Is she gonna come on? You know the three dots are waving on the Tinder app, and they're still waving, waiting for her to finish typing. So meanwhile, I guess I'll continue listening to the to the video.
You
Ben
have, you
answers
have-
Well,
questions. to
I
stay
flirt with my
patient.
daughter. I thought she's not under 18, but I don't. It's not like I believe in incest or something. But I flirt with her, of course.
I think
Right, so he's being honest. He flirts with her. You know, it's just all right. So I'm visiting New York City downtown. 31 Germain flight. I guess she's going back. So she's downtown. So let me get this straight. She's going to be here on the 30th of January, where she's not done typing. Let's wait for her to finish. So he's being honest. He's like, oh, here's her number. Perfect. So I might have to call her up. Okay. Wait a minute, it's so late? I guess she's in Europe right now because let me get her. Let's do this. So wait a minute. Okay, got it. Let's create a contact. Tinder, you have to restart Tinder when you want to create a contact straight out of the chat. Okay, let's try this again. Add to contacts and turn this into mobile. Got it. Oh, it's in Russian. Oh, I guess it's Ukrainian. Oh, one more message? No. Oh, she put a heart on it. Are are you Oh, she's happy. Are you in Europe? Are you in Europe now? She's really beautiful. Just perfection. Unbelievable. Oh, she's in New York City. I guess she's until. Oh. Oh. Okay. So she's in New York City. So I'm going to have to. Are you too tired to meet now? Are you too tired to meet now? My daughter. Oh, student. So she came to visit her daughter who is a student. Okay, so let's put a heart on that. Can you talk now? Can you talk now? Or tomorrow? Tomorrow. Okay, let's wait. All right, let's continue. Wait, what's that? Running Gilf game? Oh, she's gorgeous. She is gorgeous. I mean, sometimes. Wait, let me see. Okay, how many matches do you get on Tinder? I get a lot of matches on Tinder. Really a lot. Tomorrow. Okay. Okay, my beautiful little princess with a bunch of emojis. Okay, my beautiful little princess. Good night. Good night with a bunch of kisses and flowers. Did not understand. Now to meet. Oh, she says she's not little. But you are so cute. Emojis, but you are so cute. Yeah, so Gilf game. Oh, TikTok. She has TikTok. I know she's sending me a link. When I've seen this video of her on Tinder, she has it. She is amazing. Absolutely perfection. She thinks because she's older that she's not a little princess. She's wrong. She's always a little princess. Beautiful. Okay. Anyway, so about Gilf, How many matches? Let's go through the matches. Let me do a count of matches. It's difficult to tell. I think. I mean, you have to swipe right a lot. So I've like, let's say today I was swiping. I don't even know how many. I mean, it's a ratio of how many do you swipe. Um. Anyway, I guess about 10 matches today or something like that. I keep getting matches all the time. But I'm very selective. When I swipe right, it's not I don't swipe right for everyone, obviously. I only swipe right for what I think is a potential, if there is any potential. Anyway, about running GILF game. So actually there are very few GILFs. There, if you go on Tinder and you look for older women, there's very few older women on Tinder. Like very few. There's many young ladies, many 20-year-olds, very few older women. So that's a problem. But now here, listen to this. So in my experience, age doesn't change the shape of the body. And for me, the shape of the body is the only important parameter, basically. I don't care if a woman has wrinkles, if her face is wrinkly, I don't care. It's actually, I find it attractive. But the point is that many times you have older grandma age gilfs that are by far more beautiful than 18-year-old OnlyFans chicks, because these OnlyFans chicks, they might not have a perfect body, like a perfect hourglass and a thigh gap and the perfect pussy shape and the nipples pointing up. With I have and flat tummies, so the fact that a chick is young, I don't care. It's not a parameter in my equation. I honestly don't care. If you show me two chicks, one is 18, another one is her grandma, it could be that the grandma has a better body, looks better to me than the 18-year-old. Therefore, so can I share any Tinder tips? Any Tinder tips? Let's see. So this woman, this Ukrainian, I mean, my pickup line on Tinder is just hi with multiple eyes, and it always works. Women almost always respond to hi. Nothing smart, nothing you look like trouble, you look like you're troubled. It's all nonsense. I used to start by maybe when can I come pick you up for a massage or something like that. Even that works a lot, but just hi with multiple eyes, I discovered works wonders. Um and as soon as possible, I asked them, okay, when am I going to give you a massage? When, like with this one, I asked her for a phone number right away. But in general, my one of my go-to first questions is, let me see, this woman, she didn't respond yet. This one did not respond yet. 1 second. I might try the high. No, with multiple eyes. It's here. Let me spell it to you. It's high, like this. Sing and see what happened. It's straight to the point. It's cute with the multiple eyes. It's actually very popular in other countries. I discovered in my travels that people take the hi in whatever language and they just add the last letter and they just multiply it. Anyway, I don't. Yeah, I mean, as soon as possible, I want to bring them over for a massage. So, and that's it. So that's my game. And once I bring them over for a massage, then I massage them. And if the massage doesn't turn them on to bang them the first time, then the second time. And that's it. And I have a massage bed and, oil and a lot of massage tools. So the massage is like basically professional. And the massage is, I'm trying to massage her. I'm trying to give her a good time doing the massage. I'm trying to, it's like a professional massage. She's coming for a professional massage. And like during the massage, I might say, wow, your feet are so cute. I want to kiss them. So this 18-year-old chick that I had over, wait, how long are your massages for? It depends. Like a massage, the last massage I gave to my not girlfriend was actually 3 hours. I didn't actually time it. I think it was basically 3 hours. I don't even know if she enjoyed it. Because after that, she said, because I offered her a third massage, and she said, it's not you. I don't like massages in general. So I don't know. I mean, you don't want to do it too short. You don't want to start banging her too quickly. You have to give her a massage. She has to be enjoying her massage. If during the massage you start kissing her, I mean, obviously with permission. So if you kiss her, and then maybe you kiss her because they usually lie on their tummy. So you kissed her feet, kissed her thighs, kissed her ass, and then you can continue massaging and kiss a little more. And then you can kiss, between the ass cheeks, maybe spread their legs, and go from there. And then, yeah, once you turn them on, I guess then you have. Oh, jeez, I'm getting hard on. That's not good. Anyway, let's continue. Let's continue watching. Let's continue watching.
Every
Just
dad
fun.
kind of flirts with his daughter.
I think you're defining
What?
words totally differently. Here's the
I'm
question.
losing brain cells. Like I feel like my two brain.
Right. So okay. So Greg is very young. I guess like young guys. Maybe when I was his age, I'm trying to remember. I don't think I had attraction to young women the way I do now. I don't think so. It's like young women have become a novelty the older I got. I mean, women in general have become a novelty. It's like every woman is special, and I guess maybe like Greg is young and he doesn't appreciate even just a normal interaction with a young girl. It's just fun. I'm not talking about having sex with her. Just talking to a young girl. It's fun because young girls are so funny and they're so light and it's just fun to talk to them and they don't have any baggage and they're not messed up and they're not gonna tell you in the middle of the conversation, oh, you said this, and they're not gonna virtue signal. You don't have to be worried about, so it's more relaxing to talk to young people in general and to young ladies specifically. You should check them. Wait, okay, so Woody Johnson says you should check them out and debate them. I know you like frivolous debates. I don't know what you're referring to, Woody Johnson. You should check them out and debate them. I know you like frivolous debates. I don't know what you were referring to. The comments before that are from Javier, and that's it. Check them out. Check who out and debate them. Who? And I don't like frivolous debates. Ask Michelle about them. What do you mean them? I should go to Michelle and say them? There is a person whose name is them? He's saying you should debate the Thorpes. I have no disagreement with the Thorpes. He said nothing I disagree with. Actually, if you look at yes, Javier. If you look at the stream, my stream, oh sorry, Greg's stream from last night, we had this very discussion. And I told Chris, there's a guy, Chris, who has a daughter, and I told him, listen, Chris, when was the last time you told your daughter that you love her? When was the last time you told your daughter that she's beautiful? And basically he said he's never told her either. And I told him, listen, she needs to hear this. She's basically yearning to hear this from your mouth. You have to tell this to her. I would say twice a day, every morning, every night. You have to tell her that she's beautiful, that you love her, that she's your little princess. Women need to hear this from the men in their lives. Women are very weak creatures. Words can change them. Words can empower them. What should a man tell their boys then? You should tell a boy to be nice to women. You should teach a boy exactly this, that women are weak, that women need to be cared for and should be complimented, and you should always make women happy. You should make everyone around you happy, but especially the women around you, give them a good time. If you need to tell them jokes, whatever it takes to put a smile on their face. That's your job. Your job is to make everyone around you happy, and especially the women around you. That's your job. And never hurt women, not with words, of course, not physically. Basically, you teach boys responsibility. The civilization is on the shoulders of boys, and women need to be complimented and need to be supported and need to be hugged and taken care of. Okay, I'm done. Okay, Woody Johnson. I don't know what I said that offended you, but yeah, I don't know. I have no idea. Anyway, let's continue.
Wait.
Yeah, I'm with you on that one, Greg.
Yo, we got too many people talking at the same time.
Sorry, I'm muting myself.
All right, please do. All right, so my question is,
Yeah, Juan, he is very difficult to have a conversation with. I mean, he's very difficult to have a conversation when he's around because he's always interjecting. He doesn't enter the conversation. He spouts or he yells out like support for one of the sides. Usually it's against me, but he doesn't engage me. He might engage a little bit, but he's more interrupting than engaging. And it's very difficult to have a conversation. So Thorpe here, he's alone talking to 3, 4, 5 guys. And so Alex right now is talking, and Juan is also interjecting, which makes the conversation just uncomfortable, just inconvenient, just difficult, especially for Thorpe. So he's not fun. Q2, as much as I disagree with him on everything, he doesn't do that. He doesn't interject. He's like more straightforward SJW, but he doesn't interrupt constantly. Ryan also a complete SJW, but he doesn't interrupt. They're quiet. Juan, he's always interrupting, always in the background. Very difficult to talk when he's around. And Alex obviously is always terrific, but also a bit of an SJW. All right, let's see if there's any comments. So Javier says, my favorite part is trolling Juan Rivera about black pillars. I guess I don't like trolling people. I don't like getting people upset in general. I try to make people happy. It's easy to make people upset. You can just walk up to a person, punch them in the face. That's the fastest way to get them upset. It's the easiest. So that's not a challenge. I'm not challenged by trolling. Trolling is not a challenge. A challenge is to make people happy, to make people understand themselves, understand each other, understand the world, realize, make them think. The challenge is to make people think. Can you do that? That's the trick. Everything else is easy. So I'm not happy with trolling. Not even my enemies. Even my enemy, I would not troll. If a guy is your enemy, tell him, listen, you got me upset. I don't want to talk to you. At least for now, that's it. I mean, always be straightforward, always forthcoming, always transparent. Don't manipulate people. Don't manipulate people's emotions. You never know. I mean, a person could be on the edge. You're gonna send them over the edge. Why? Why would you do that? Okay, let's continue.
Do you actually have? Okay, I don't know how to say this without being weird, so I'll just say: Do you have?
No,
do you have even 1 ounce of sexual interest in your daughter?
Do you have even 1 ounce of sexual interest in your daughter? Okay, so I mean, why? I don't know what his daughter looks like, but if his daughter is attractive, then how can you not? I mean, if you have a PP and she has a PP and the PP's fit, then if you are a healthy man, then you cannot help it. It's such a ridiculous discussion. What you don't have sexual attraction because she's your daughter? How? That's ridiculous. It's impossible biologically, physiologically. It's impossible. So what's the point of even asking this question? And Alex pretending that, of course, she's my daughter. How can I have sexual attraction? My pee doesn't work. If she comes and sits on my pee, the pee is not going to go into her pee. Of course not. It cannot. Because. And what happens if tomorrow morning you discover that she's not your daughter? That actually they changed her at the hospital and she was never your daughter to begin with, or she's the neighbors and your wife cheated, or any other scenario, so she's not really your daughter. But as long as you knew that she's your daughter, you're not attracted, but now that you know she's not your daughter, and it actually happens not an insignificant amount of times that men end up marrying their daughter, or having children with their daughters. And also there's the whole fetish. It's a whole fetish verse of having sex with your daughter and the daughter having sex with her daddy, and even Alex and his BDSM. Hold on, let me get my iPad, my AirPod cases. I need to charge my AirPods. So even Alex, I think he uses the term daddy and stuff when he talks. I think, I don't know if he does it with Natty, but a lot of people use the word daddy. And I actually had a chick, and she asked me to pretend that I'm her daddy and spank her, Jesus, until my hand almost broke. She had to be told that she's such. Anyway, it was I mean, I don't understand. I don't understand. I honestly don't understand. Okay. Having said that,
Well, I would say that a father, in a sense, has a sexual interest in his daughter. That's why when a father hands his, daughter to her new husband, he kind of cries, right? Because he's losing a kind of relationship. He's kind of like,
I didn't know that a father cries when he hands over. All right. I mean, I don't know if I would say that. I mean, I guess I don't know. I mean, I don't know if I would say that, but fine. I mean, if he feels that he's losing something because he's giving up his daughter to someone else, yeah, fine.
like a husband to her in a way. You know what I'm saying? You have when your daughter becomes an adult, you become kind of like a kind of like, that's why everybody does this daddy shit all the time, right?
Exactly. That's why everybody does this daddy shit all the time. This is standard that women want their man to call them daddy. So why? this, this is standard.
Why is it that they all want to do daddy? It's
Alex.
because there is
Right, and even okay, let's continue.
there is a dimension that you could loosely call sexual. Yeah.
We
Bro,
need
I
to
feel like the
understand
answer
about
should
Ben.
be
It's like
easy.
we talk to each other like two robots.
Yeah.
I'm not Jordan Peterson.
Exactly. We don't treat each other like two robots. Yeah.
Calm down.
Who acts like he's like some kind of like a detached brain.
I don't know if I would say Jordan Peterson is a detached brain. Jordan Peterson is always crying. So he's the last person I would say he's a detached brain.
I
What you
like
need to
her.
understand about Ben is that he's a
I
provocateur.
feel like
So
the
he
answer
answers
should be
questions
No, I'm not a
in a specific
provocateur.
way.
You're a provocateur.
I know.
No,
I think
you're a
so, yeah.
provocateur.
This is
You
Zap.
step.
And Alex is trying to say, I feel like the answer should be whatever, no. But what do you mean you feel? I don't remember what the question was. Oh, do you have an ounce of sexual attraction to your daughter? I feel like the answer should be. What do you mean the answer should be? I mean, the answer is what it is. If a person has attraction to his daughter, then that's the reality. If he doesn't, well, that's the reality. What do you mean should? I don't understand this. It's whatever it is.
For 4 hours
Just
with a
listen
black
to the way
girl
he answers questions.
telling
you'll see
my
what I mean.
family how you're going to have sex with her and trying to provoke us into saying racist
I
shit.
agree with you there, Ben.
And then you came back and told me how you ejaculated into her like it was some kind of virtue signaling to me.
Yeah, none of these
Gross,
things are accurate
dude.
representation.
That's
of
Go
what
off,
provocative.
Ben.
Ben said.
I don't know what they're talking about now.
Ben's a
Disgusting
provocateur.
person.
Yeah, he
Yeah, nah.
misrepresents things for the provocative nature.
No, like yeah,
Yes,
he like
yes,
humans. Like he bites a lot of
But
opposite
that's
bullets. Like he's
true.
not afraid of looking bad. That's one thing
True.
about Ben that is very
That's true. He sat on Discord for 4 hours with a black chick
It's not
going,
true.
hey, you know what I'm going to do with her? And she goes, yeah, you know what I'm going to do with him?
Actually,
Just
to be
to
clear,
provoke
what
us 'cause they
happened?
thought we were racist.
Let me respond to this
shit,
because I'm being
Cooper.
misrepresented.
4 hours.
Yo,
And he calls that foreplay.
Can I
Yeah,
respond?
Let's
to you?
let Ryan respond to that. There's been some
So
serious
I was in a-
allegations.
Let Ryan
Yeah,
cook.
right. I was in a Discord call for about 30 minutes. Ben was not in this Discord call, by the way. So
No, it's
whatever he
gross.
says, he wasn't there. I was
I
in a
don't
call
wanna
for
hear
30
about your
minutes with a
sex life.
girl,
It's gross.
and at one point during the conversation, someone said something about why she was there, and she specifically said, "I'm not here for you guys. I'm here to fuck him," and pointed at me because that's what she was there for. So that's
Okay,
what
what's the
that's
chick
it.
over
Okay.
18? There's
Of
the
course she was
question.
over 18.
Was the chick over 18? Like, where did Alice get the number 18? Right? This is from the law of the 18-year-old. So it's a legal discussion. It's not like the 18 is some magical number that your biology doesn't work, that your pee-pee does not want to go into her pee-pee because of a biological or physiological question. It's a legal question. So how could you say that right, he's mixing sexual attraction, which is biological, chemical, physiological, with legal? What? Because it's illegal, then your pee-pee is not going to want to go into her pee-pee? How? It doesn't make any sense.
Okay, so then there's no issue.
No, the issue for him was that she was black and they had no interest in each other whatsoever. But he was going to show us that
Yeah,
he's
see, Ben
liberated
clearly
by
understands what happens in
ejaculating
our
into a
life.
black body. You want to talk about racial aggression? Jeez.
I don't know if that's any
Yeah,
like.
you
I'm not
kept strawmanning
particularly
him.
into most black girls. That doesn't make me racist. Sexual desire.
Alex is not into black women. Interesting. I love black women. I love women, period. I don't care. I don't care, basically, what skin color they are. As long as the parameters are physiological, not ethnical.
Attraction isn't like really.
No, I know, but would you come on a Discord to prove that you're not racist by saying, "Look, and I'm going to bang over here," and then coming back afterwards and saying, "Yeah, I did it." Right? Isn't there something weird about that? Just have sex, right?
Yeah, if
Don't
that indeed
use
happened, that
it as
would be a
a
little
prop
bit
to show
small.
that you're liberal.
Hey,
Yeah,
I
I
don't
mean-
join. I don't join your Discord with every girl that I have sex with. I promise you that. So don't
Would
worry.
you have a dude in bed with you and say, like, "Look, I'm open.
Maybe I
to
would.
this. I'm gonna slap this now. Look, I'm liberal." Would you?
Ben, I want to redirect the conversation because I think there's a more interesting topic to discuss. Ben, I feel like the answer to "Do you have any sexual interest in your daughter?" should be an easy no. If you ask me, "Do you have any sexual interest in your mom?" I'm not going to be like, "Well, I'm going to be like, fuck no." Like,
But that's your mom. Your mom is not pretty. I'm not judging, but your mom is not pretty. I don't have a sexual interest in your mom. I've seen your mom. I'm not sexually interested in your mom, and I don't have any limits on. I'm not an ageist. I don't care how old a chick is, but specifically your mom is unattractive. But women your mom's age, how old is he? He's 30, 40, 50. Yeah. Even more. I don't care about the age. So I mean, you don't like your mom because maybe your mom is not pretty, but I would show you chicks who are your mom's. But if your mom was a beautiful chick, let's say your mom looked like a chick your age, like a beautiful chick your age, then would you also say you have no sexual interest in her? I don't know actually how many men have fantasies about their mom. I mean, there is something called mommy dom in BDSM. All right, let's see. Cute. Oh, Q2. What do you think? Q2, why don't you join? Let's have a conversation. Hop on. Damn, y'all, mama, unattractive. My mama? I'm not discussing my mom. Wait, it's called an Oedipus complex. I know what it's called. It doesn't mean that statistically. Let me add you. Yo, Monsieur Q2, how are you?
Monsieur Slave, what it do?
What it do? Anyway, so I know it's called Oedipus complex, but I don't know if it actually exists. So
That's fair.
yeah, I don't know if it really exists. In general, like I do like the mommy dom interaction. Like, so when I'm with a chick, if she wants to be my mommy and choke me, that is perfection. But then again, if she wants to be my daughter and choke me, that's also perfection. But I think being my mommy, it's extra fun. But it's not like I want her to be my mom. It's like if my mom enters my mind, that's gonna turn off my pee-pee.
Yeah, it's
I don't
different.
want
Like,
yeah, I don't want my mom in my mind when I'm with a chick or my dad or my siblings. I don't want anyone. I don't want anyone. I don't want Alex to go into my mind when I'm with a chick. I want to be like zen. I want to be with the chick and her body. I want to explore her body. I want my mind to be dedicated to the moment. This is like perfect zen. Anyway, so Alex is saying, I don't have sexual attraction to my mom. Yeah, because his mom is not attractive.
Yeah, I agree with that. Like a lot of Ben's points weren't like if you try to steelman it, you'd be like, oh, okay, that kind of makes sense. But like what he's actually said, what he says usually is kind of is shrouded in layers of like bullshit. But if you get down to it, it's like, okay, but like, does anybody like? I'm pretty sure people are aware if they have a hot mom or not, or like they have a feeling like my mom is attractive. Like they might not plan on how to fuck them, but yeah, my mom's attractive. My mom looks hot. If somebody looked like that wasn't my mom, and was obviously maybe younger, whatever. Like basically, like people are aware of what their parents look like when they're growing up. So it's not a far fetched deal to say like, yeah, yeah, they might be attractive. Or to think that. Like that's
I mean,
normal.
but the point is, Alex says, I'm not attracted to my mom. Yeah, but if you had, that's not the question. The question is if you had a daughter that was under the legal age of consent and she
Mhm.
would be super hot, would you or would you not have a sexual interest in this daughter? That's the question. Not your mom who is unattractive, but your daughter who is, let's say, who is super attractive. Now, if you say, no, I would not have sexual attraction, well, you're lying. And if,
Mm.
of course, you're lying. You're lying because it's taboo and no one wants to admit it. Everybody is shamed for this, for it. But we know from porn, from stats, that the phenomenon exists and is actually very prevalent. So but Alex pretends he's playing pretend. This whole panel, very unfortunate that this panel that is so much First Amendment freedom of speech is they're suppressing their sexuality. I mean, this is like this is like the Middle Ages that people were so ashamed of sex, like the monks suppressing their sexuality. This is Alex claiming that he has no sexual attraction to his theoretical daughter. Anyway,
Yeah, like a theoretical hot dog. Like, I think the issue is like people will never say that, but they'll say like, I know my daughter is going to have a lot of men that will like her, and she's overdeveloped, and that might be an issue with her. So me or her mom will probably have to have talks about that type of stuff. People will say that, but like if you ask them how do they know that, like nobody wants to give a straight answer. Nobody thinks about the straight answer, which is like, well, I mean, if I was that, like, it's one of those things where it's like, the straight answer is like it just sounds awful, but it is true. It's like you kind of have to know based on some type of metric or something that's not even that you feel necessarily deep inside that you want to act on. It's just like I know that people find this person attractive.
exactly. Yeah, but you didn't speak up, speak out. You didn't speak out during this discussion. You didn't defend Thorpe, or did you?
No, I was thinking about it, but I didn't want to steelman him too hard because I would have looked awful. But I should have. I think maybe I should have. The issue is like I think the chat was like in such a like just thinking about, oh, this Ben guy's a pedo. If I would have defended him, I would have been just lumped in, and that they wouldn't have heard what I was saying. They would have just been like, oh, okay, another one of these guys.
So, in other words, it's a witch hunt. It's if you don't accuse somebody else of being a witch, then you're a witch.
Yep, that's what it was. And to be fair, like I try to stay neutral slash. I think I started like trying to get at what Ben was saying, or trying to. I think I actually challenged them a little bit too. But like at the end of the day, I was playing it safe, and I was trying not to be a witch that was hunted. So yeah, you're right. I was in this debate or on this panel. I did cowered out and not speak not even speak my mind, but steal man Ben's point, which is what I wanted to do.
Right. Alex Alex is like terrified of this whole topic. He's always, I mean, I think he's obviously lying. I mean, this is a complete lie. If you had a beautiful daughter, you would have no sexual attraction. How? 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 It's like if she's or if a chick is under 18, I would have no sexual attraction to the chick under 18. How? How do you do that? That magic trick. How do you do that? That's Yeah, but he keeps pretending on his channel that
Well,
I don't know why he does that. He's like he's so weak in some things. He is so weak. This is
yeah,
such a weak.
yeah, but what's the benefit of being strong in this area? You get ostracized pretty much.
Look, you have to you have to do it. You're a man. You have to do it. It's not even about being a man. I mean, you have to be honest. I mean, you see Thorpe. He is honest, and he's everything is on his shoulders. And Alex, instead of saying, "Oh, there's another guy here who I can jump on his bandwagon," it's not even jumping on a bandwagon. It's not like if Alex agreed with Thorpe that because we had this discussion last night with Chris, another guy on Greg's channel,
The
and
ginger guy?
Chris is the guy. I don't think he was on this panel. Maybe he was. I don't remember. He's like with a beard. He has a daughter. So last night I asked him, "Did you ever tell her that she's beautiful? Did you ever tell her that you loved her?" He said no. So I
What the
told him
fuck?
exactly. Uh, And so I told him, "Listen, she needs to hear this." And he was
Right.
like, "No, but anyway, you want to hear something amazing?" So Alex, so when I first met Alex online, so I asked him, "Have you ever told Natty that you love her?" And he said, "Nope, I don't say that. We don't say that." And last night I asked Alex, I asked him again, "Have you ever told her that you love her?" Or I don't remember. I mentioned it, and he said, "Yeah, we started saying."
Aw, that's kinda cute. That's kinda wholesome.
No, listen. So I said, so he said, "Yeah, we started saying." I said, "Wait a minute. When I first met you, you said no, you don't say it, and now you are saying it. So when did you start saying it?" So he says, "A couple of months ago." I said, "Wait a minute. What do you mean a couple of months ago? This correlates to the time I told you. I asked you if you're saying it, and suddenly you're saying it." So he says, "No, no, this has nothing to do with you." So I told him, "Hold on. No, no, no. I demand full credit for this." So he said, "Okay, I'll give you full credit."
Got it.
I don't know if he was serious or joking. Anyway, yeah. Men are afraid, people in general are afraid to say, "I love you and you're beautiful" to women. And I think it's terrible. It's terrible for the little girls, and it's because men are so terrified of being accused of being pedophiles.
Yeah, I mean, what is it? There's different cultures for different things. Like, for example, like there are some cultures where and I'm stereotyping, so I'm probably gonna get this wrong, but like in more Latin cultures, like people, women say, well, I forgot what it was exactly, but they will like comment on like the boys, like, oh, look so strong or handsome and stuff like that, and especially to the girls, the older men will talk to them. Well, not will say they're cute, pretty, my princess, my heart, all that type of stuff. And even in pop culture, like there's like a saying where but like women will say, my dad was the first man that I loved and all that shit. So like there's like there are things or phrases and common uh talking points around this whole type of thing. It's just about I don't know. I think it's just about I think it's more of a word game. Like if people were to if you were to say like, do you think your son should feel attractive? Most people be like, oh yeah, my son should feel like he's attractive, even if he's not. Fuck it. Like I'm the parent. I'm the only one that's gonna think they're handsome and all that shit. Like yeah, but then they're gonna be like, but then if you say, do you think you should have a sexual attraction to your son? Most people will be like, fuck no, that's wrong. That's dumb. But then if yeah, so it's one of those things. There's technically there's a separation. I think the issue is a lot of it too. It's like what Ben was getting at too was the flirting thing. Like to me, I completely understood what he's talking about. Like flirting with your daughter or doing all that stuff. Like I understand where he's coming from. I don't by his definition of flirting, I really don't see an issue with that. I don't know why he doesn't do it with his sons, but that's a whole nother thing. But yeah, like the flirting thing was fine to me. But like what Alex was saying was like, well, if you're flirting, that means you want to fuck them. And I was like, man, that doesn't make sense to me. It's like, no, you just flirt with people to make them feel nice. It's just a thing. It's just like a different way of communicating, different outcome that you want.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, the problem is that this whole thing about the taboo of pedophilia, I think it's driven by by the FBI and the CIA. Actually, it might be. I know it's a conspiracy theory, but it might be that it's because we discovered, the Twitter files that the government was pushing an entire agenda, with COVID and probably with global warming and other things. So one of the things that the FBI pushes for, and anyway, I don't know if the FBI has the power to do it. Certainly the FBI is using it. We know from Snowden. Snowden said that he works for the NSA. So
Mhm.
Snowden said that the NSA is collecting only one type of information about the public. Do you know what it is?
No idea.
So he said they're collecting your porn history.
Ooh, I believe that one. I believe that one.
So he explained why. Can you guess why they're doing it?
To try to track it to sex crimes.
No.
Oh.
They don't care. They don't care. They're keeping the history. Why are they what are they doing with your porn history? Why do they keep it? What's the benefit?
I'm thinking right now, but I have no idea.
In case one day they need to use you and you don't want to cooperate. So they say, hey, listen, here's your porn history. We can hand this over to your, fill in the blank, to your spouse, to your parents, to your children, to your workmates. We can
Mhm.
publicize it. Wait, Michelle wants to join 1 second.
Michelle, you're
Hey, Michelle, how are you?
Well, how are you?
We're terrific.
I
Awesome.
found your channel, by the way. It took me forever.
Oh, you did? Good. I'm glad. It's in my name now. I think I'll leave it.
So, Michelle, did you watch the original stream with Mr. Thorpe?
I caught the tail end of it, and then I was on Ryan's stream, and then I had to go because I had somebody over, and then now I'm here.
So, what he was claiming was that it's okay to have a flirtatious relationship with your daughter.
Mhm.
He's a guy, and it's okay to flirt with her and to tell her that she's beautiful, maybe to tell her that she's sexy, and maybe to even have some sort of sexual attraction to her.
Okay. I did kind of hear a bit of that, and I feel like Ben is like all about the the drama and, you know, making a shock value out of things, out of the things that he's saying. Um,
Wait, you think he's lying?
I don't think he's necessarily lying. I think he's embellishing quite a lot. Um, like I heard what he said about, you should be telling like your little girl that, she's pretty and stuff like that. And I actually agree with that because if a father or if male figures are not kind of shoring up those beliefs for young girls, then they're gonna fall for the dude who does. And
Exactly.
sometimes it's not always the best dude. So
Exactly.
I feel like men should be providing some sort of confidence and reassurance that the
Exactly.
girls are okay. However, is it like a sexual attraction? No, I think it's a little bit too far. Um,
Wait,
like there's that saying, every mother has the most beautiful child in the world. You know, I think it's kind of like that. Um,
but wait.
go
So
ahead.
let's say a guy has a daughter and she is drop dead gorgeous.
Mhm.
And he so you think that his physiological attraction to her does not exist?
That's hard for me to say because I'm not a man. So the way that I see it is kind of like, oh, I'm sorry, am I giving feedback? Am I okay?
No,
Okay,
I
I
can
thought I
hear you
was.
perfectly.
Okay. Like I kind of look at it like art. You can appreciate beauty in somebody without being like, sexually attracted to them. However, men are very visual, so I don't know if I could actually take a stance on that actually. What do you
Well,
think?
That's fair.
I mean, I think it doesn't make any sense. I
Mhm.
mean, if a chick is beautiful, it doesn't matter that she could be my daughter, or even my mom or my sister. If she's beautiful, she's beautiful, and if I have a physiological attraction to her, what can I do? Well, either I do or I don't, and if I do, then I do. What can I do? Wait, did you just walk? Oh, okay.
No, I got
Um,
That's like
No, I got you. But like to be fair, it's like there is I forgot what it was, and it might be a theory, but there is something inside your brain that does make you not want to mate with your own family members. Like it's like
yeah, like
I forgot what it's called.
even women have that to some degree, where we don't pick up our children as in our personal space until they're about like 4. So like a
until
2-year-old could be crawling all over us, and we're just like it doesn't even register that like they're in your space, and that is very much like a biological sort of mental thing.
as
Um,
far, go on.
oh, you go ahead. It's fine.
As far as I know, brain is something that I work on. There's nothing in the brain related to this. And there's no, and as far as I know,
About what I said about the whole personal space, because I'm pretty sure
no,
I.
about what Q2
Okay.
said. What you
All right.
said,
Yeah.
I don't know about that. But about what Q2 said, that there's something in the brain that blocks it, not as far as I know. And as far as I know, not until too long ago, we were basically, apes living in troops, in tribes, and everybody was banging everybody. You basically didn't even know who your daughter was. I mean,
I think they knew.
no, that you can't. You
No,
can't.
like you could actually smell somebody who's related to you.
No, no, you can't. It's all one family because uh, women when they ovulate they don't have external signs and they bang everybody bangs everybody, so when a child is born no one knows who the father is in a tribe,
Oh, okay, okay. You're talking about like, all
so
right.
you couldn't know, so
Mm-hmm.
so you end up banging your daughter, and that we come from that lineage. That's our parents, not from too long ago. This is from about 10,000 years ago. That's not too many generations ago.
But we do
That
have certain biological like things, blockers, if you will, that do prevent us from, sleeping with our relatives. And like I said, when I said you can smell your relatives, like that's actually true. A woman who, like they tasted this out, like when they were kind of studying like human pheromones. And for the men that the women were unattracted to, they said he smells like my brother. So
So
like that's actually a thing.
so I'll tell you, I used to think that way. So I used to always date outside of my ethnicity.
Mhm.
But what I discovered is that women who are closer to my ethnicity are by far more delicious than women outside of my ethnicity. There's like no comparison. It's like uh, when I go down on a chick who is as close as possible to being my relative, it's the most delicious thing in the world. Like the most delicious chick that I tasted is almost a relative of mine. I mean, our
But
grandmas
I mean, you're
grew up.
also a man though, and you have to think about like the biological,
No,
things
I'm
of a
saying
female.
the most delicious and the most not delicious are from like different ethnicities than
Wait,
mine.
are you talking about people that look like you? Are you saying that people that you like people that look like you?
Like the most delicious is a chick that we later discovered that our grandmas used to be next door neighbors.
But did she look like similar? Like, did she look like she could be related?
Yeah,
Well, maybe
she
just
looked.
not. Maybe just like people that look like you. That's what I'm thinking.
No, no, no. I'm telling you about the taste. I mean, I still dream about the flavor of her pussy. And compared to, I mean, it was the most delicious lemonade flavored pussy in my history. And with chicks from different ethnicities than mine, who are more distant to me ethnically, it's like it's disgusting, frankly.
Mm.
I mean, sometimes the pussy actually tastes like poop.
Oh,
Maybe you
Yeah.
got some poop in there by accident.
No, no, I dig deep with my tongue. It's impossible. I go very deep. So no, no. It's like, what she got poop inside her
but
pussy?
women
That was
taste different at different times of the month too, though.
no. I mean, in general. Anyway, look. As far as I know, 10,000 years ago, we were very small tribes, tiny tribes living together. Everybody, basically one big extended family. Everybody was banging everybody. You couldn't really tell who your daughter was. So you were banging your daughter. Those are our ancestors. Those are our grandparents. The the Egyptian royal lineage was always brother and sister, always,
Mhm.
nothing else for thousands of years.
Yeah, but how do you square this off with the whole idea of sexual reproduction, the fact that uh, it's better to have things that are different come together to create new things that are more adaptable to their environment. Like the way that the DNA and phenotypes and genotypes, like all that stuff works, goes counter to be as close as possible to each other. Like have things as close as possible to each other. Like that, and there's also the fact that a
Wait,
lot of incest babies and all that stuff, they don't survive. Like they have
wh-
complications and all that stuff.
about the first one, I
Okay.
used to think so. I used to think that, and that's why I used to always seek women who are distant genetically to me. But I discovered that the flavor of their skin was not as delicious as women who are closer to being my relatives. I mean, it's
Hold
even
on, I'm going to
that.
be dropping an article in the private chat.
Copy.
Okay. How do you go to the private chat?
You see where it says comments and then it
Oh,
says
private
private chat
chat.
next to it? Yeah, I haven't done it yet. I got to copy it. Let me see.
Okay. And about the second comment, I don't know if it's true. I mean, I don't know if it's true. This whole thing that variety is healthier. It might be. I don't know, but I honestly don't know.
Okay.
I'm just telling you. I mean, the question is, I mean, until 10,000 years ago, as far as I know, we were banging our daughters always, and until I mean, since the beginning of time until 10,000 years ago. Oh, there it is. Wait, why don't you put it in the normal chat?
Oh, I guess I modded here. I could have. I'm sorry. I
Okay.
forgot I was modded for your channel.
Oh,
Yeah, I could have put it there. I apologize.
put it in the normal chat so everybody can click it.
Okay.
You want me to open it?
Yeah, I just wanted to look that article over because it kind of was supporting what I was saying about like you can smell your family members.
It might be possible, but I'm telling you my personal experience.
Well, you're a little bit of a freak, Mr. Slave.
No, it's nothing to do with being. I know I'm a freak, but close friends not
I
the
say
worst.
that and I say that in love. I really do.
Look,
I'm just
I used
teasing
to
you.
think this, but I tried it. I tried it on myself, and the further I went from my family, the worse chicks smell. What can I do? Smell and taste, including the skin. The skin doesn't taste good of chicks who are unrelated to me. What can I say about that? It's like I don't know what to say to that.
That might be. There's a lot that goes into that. Like, there's diet. There's like the products you use. There's like a whole bunch of shit that like could like what I'm trying to get at is like technically, I think if you had somebody that was like closely related to you, but they didn't grow up the same way, so they use different types of skin products, they ate a different type of food, et cetera. But there were a genetic like close to you, I think you would find that their skin tastes worse to you, as far as I could. That makes more sense to me than saying the actual genetic makeup makes them taste better.
I'm sorry. Please repeat. I was not paying attention.
Oh no, all I was saying was that it might be it might not be the actual genes that make them more
Oh,
appealing. It might be
okay.
everything else that they do.
Everything. Look, everything you can. If you insert the word "might," everything after the word "might," you're correct. 1 + 1 might not be 2. Yeah, you're correct.
All right. Okay.
So,
All right.
but in my I'm just telling you my experience, what I've noticed, because I used to think this. I mean, I heard this when I was very young. I heard about this that they're supposed to smell better and taste better if they are more distant than your relatives, but that's not been my experience. My experience is the furthest from that. So I don't know. I don't know what to say about that. I honestly don't. According to this, you should want to bang chimps. You should be. I mean, I didn't try to taste a chimp, but something tells me it's thoroughly unattractive.
And hairy. I don't think you'd dig it.
What?
And hairy. I don't think you'd dig it.
And Terry?
No, and hairy. I don't think you would dig it.
Oh, I don't know. I don't know if the pussy is hairy. Anyway, no, some
Pussy
chimps
gets
have no hair. They have hairless chimps.
Really?
Anyway, so yeah, that's my experience. Anyway, do you guys want to go on listening to the stream and react?
Sure.
So hold on, let me share.
What do you want to do, Q?
Oh no, I just want to read the article real quick, if possible.
You want to read it? You can read it in the background. I don't mind.
Gotcha.
You want to read it out loud to us?
No. It's like going, kind of, sort of, just like going over it like real quick to see like what the main point was. I didn't get to go through it.
Okay. I mean, in my experience, it's not true. This article is not true, and And that's it. I don't know what else to say.
Okay.
So I don't know what it's based on.
I think it's more like on the female side of things, to be honest with you. Like I said, I feel like women
Maybe.
have some different evolutional, you know, like
Yeah,
we're
I
supposed to be
understand.
pickier, you know what I mean? And so we have
Interesting.
to, decipher, who we should be bonding with or not. And, we need to do that some way. And so I don't think that a smell is really that far off. Um, although I kind of see what you're saying about like somebody who kind of looks like you and finding that attractive.
No, no. I don't find women who look like me
No, but
attractive.
they might look like family members, right? Um,
No,
like
I'm
there's
talking about the taste. I'm talking about the taste and the smell.
okay.
The looks. Two chicks, I mean, I can be attracted to a beautiful black chick as much as a beautiful white chick,
Mhm.
physically from the appearance. But in my experience, the flavor of the skin and specifically the pussy, it's okay. So I mean, one chick a couple of months ago was super super delicious and nutritious, and she wasn't super white. I don't know. I don't know, but anyway, I don't know. In my experience, I don't see it so much, but fine. Let's continue hearing what Thorpe has to say.
0. So I feel like
Yeah, but it depends what you mean by sexual interest, right? There's a certain way in which all of us have a kind of sexual. It can be loosely called sexual that we have. It's not like we're robots walking around.
Exactly, we're not robots. It doesn't
Yeah,
make
but
any.
that was a
Yeah,
very smart statement from Ben because he said loosely it could be sexual interest because we're not robot. Like that's a very smart statement, but I forgot if Alex actually responds directly to the statement or just put off by what he said.
I mean, I don't even know if I would say loosely. I mean, if a chick is beautiful, happens to be my daughter, what can I do? I mean, if my PP wants to go into her PP, okay, I'm not gonna do it, but I'm not gonna do it with women in general. I mean, for me to bang a chick, I mean, I have to build up. So in general, I'm not gonna do it with my daughter. In general, I mean, there are exceptions. I mean, we know statistically this happens. Some men and daughters end up marrying. But I mean, to claim that because she's my daughter, I'm not going to be attracted to her, that doesn't make any sense. And then we know that statistically there's this whole fetish of men and daughters and men and moms and sons. I mean, you go into the porn verse and every fetish that people claim, oh, of course not, of course not. Yeah, these are very popular porn fetishes genres. So who's watching all this porn?
Everybody.
What's this, like aliens? I mean, it's us, but here we are denying it. It doesn't make any sense. I think it's all virtue signaling. So let's continue.
Right.
well, no,
And
I
I'm
have
saying-
0 sexual interest in anyone on this panel.
He has 0 sexual interest in anyone on this panel. Okay, but no one here is a drop dead chick, drop dead gorgeous chick. So what's the point of saying that? I have no sexual interest in anyone on this panel. You're not a gay person, so that's why. Nothing to do with this discussion.
Oh, I made that joke after this. You'll hear it.
Okay.
There's 0.0%. I mean, Q2's got the long hair, but still
What's the point of bringing this up? It's complete deflection.
0.
It's just being funny.
I'm with Alex on that one. There's zero.
I'm saying,
Zero.
all right, Alex,
Cute, I can see you being a chick and yeah, I would have no problem.
Gotcha, copy. But no, what I said was it's not because I'm a man, it's because I'm black. Because Alex said he doesn't like black girls before.
Oh my god.
Alex,
Between my
I'll
family
say-
and this panel.
Alex,
No, I actually have extra attraction to black chicks, black, Asian, anything different is extra points, extra bonus points.
I have 6 kids. When they're little kids, I love looking at their bodies. I love squeezing their little bunsies. I just love that aspect, having them on my lap, bouncing around, all that stuff. Okay, that's perfectly fine.
Okay, Joe Biden.
You don't think that's fine?
Wait, who said okay, Joe Biden? Was it
That was Greg.
Greg?
That was Greg.
Yeah, that so Greg is like Alex. They're all in denial. It's like I want to see Alex's and Greg's porn history, and I wouldn't be surprised to find dad and daughter like porn.
Nah, I don't know, man.
Why not? Why not?
I think. Okay, if I have to guess people's porn history, which is kind of weird, I would say if they do vanilla stuff, they might do like tight white, like they might do like 18, like how do I say, like I forgot what it was, 18. Oh, barely leak. No, I don't even think they would do that. I don't know. I think Alex Mosso is into like Latin women, so anything around Latin, whatever, Latin MILF maybe, and then Greg is yeah. Oh.
You never
right?
know, Q2. My point is, you never know. Let them prove it. Until then, I'm
I just hit that out of. I'm sorry. I totally guessed what Alex porn. Yeah, I know. I already.
Oh.
Wait,
yeah.
wait,
I
Michelle,
hit that
what?
out of the park.
Wait, what?
I said he likes Pog, and I'm
He
like,
likes
very
what?
confident in that answer. I like
He
the
likes
fat ass
what?
white girl.
What does he like?
The fat ass white girl porn.
Yeah, but the question is, what about father-daughter relationship?
No, I
Because-
think his porn searches are like the fat ass white girl, big titties, probably his favorite porn actress and stuff like that. I think he's kind of
Look,
basic.
Michelle, us men, we're multi-dimensional when it comes to porn searches. So we
I
don't
know.
just like I basically watch every type of porn except for male domination. That for me is asexual. But if it's a mom and a son, no problem. A father and daughter, yeah, no problem. I mean,
Father and son?
I said father and son?
No. I'm asking. Like that's the question.
No, I don't watch gay. Or
Oh,
I don't
okay.
even watch gay female. Like female on female is asexual for me.
Oh, you're missing out, brother.
No, it doesn't turn me on. I'm sorry. I've had chicks ask me if they can bring on their friends, and I refused because I like it's not a turn on for me to have to see two chicks together. Not a turn on. I've watched porn with lesbian porn. It's like asexual. Wait, Michelle, what do you think?
Oh, I'm looking at your other videos that are listed here. Actually,
Which one?
I'm
is
taking a
interest-
look at what else you like. The chill out for music for work, and then I'm actually trying to read the second one. which
Wait,
Russell
music
Brand.
for work?
Yeah, like right next to the stream are like suggested videos. And so I'm looking at like what your suggested videos are.
What YouTube is suggesting for you?
No, it's on the screen share. It's your screen share.
Oh,
Yeah. Do you see next to it?
oh, it's so like Russell Brand.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
How
So,
big
like-
is your love? RPG. Let's play Elden Ring. Music for work background. Exclusive interview with John Anthony.
Yeah.
Oh, this is so you could see my porn history.
Well, not your
you could
porn
visit-
history, your YouTube history.
No, but from the recommendations, you might be able to figure out my porn addictions. This is actually
This-
very dangerous.
I guess Alex would be your, most first star.
Oh, let's see if
A
there's
little bit of
anything
erudite
interesting.
too.
It's mostly Alex. It's mostly playing with fire.
I actually
Wait.
do have one of Alex's porn.
No, actually, I never watched it. Wait, there's nothing sexual here.
No, of course not. It's YouTube.
What do you mean? Of course not. I would expect YouTube to recommend the sexual stuff, but I mean,
We talking about
this
Watch a
is.
lot of sexual stuff on YouTube.
Yeah, did you mean like the
Mm.
like the trap, like the thirst traps on YouTube? Because that's a real thing. But like actual explicit sex stuff is like nah.
No, but I watch YouTube for porn. I use YouTube and Google for porn.
Yeah, but do you use
Interesting.
your Mr. Slave account when you look, or is your Mr. Slave account separate?
Yeah, that's my
Oh, you
porn
do.
account.
Okay.
Interesting.
If you get hold of that, you have me by the balls.
Oh.
Well, you have me by the balls either way, but extra. Wait, but there's nothing here. Nothing here that suggests what my fetishes are.
You go hit your
Interesting.
notifications. Let's open that up.
Notifications. All right. So Greg playing veganism exposed. I regret watching my viewers play chess.
Yeah, bow chess twins are cool.
Playing white pill. Oh, here. This is good. Miss L. But I never watch her. I want to watch her, but I never end up watching. She's like she teaches domination, like dominatrix stuff.
Mr. X.
Yeah, he teaches how to grow your pee.
Yeah,
Kevin.
the three of us really need to stream and talk about penises for at least an hour and a half.
I know.
Yeah, we really need to.
Lots of vegan stuff.
You really have it out for those vegans.
Yeah, Sabine Hossenfelder. She's a fundamental physicist. Very strange. Nothing from my fetishes. The angry astronaut. Nothing from my fetishes shows
just
up.
a lot of Greg and a lot of Alex.
How do you explain
Crucible.
this? YouTube. How is this? How?
It's just their notifications. So it's just
It should show notifications from my, from all the likes that I, all my porn subscriptions. Nothing. Not even a hint. Fascinating. All right, so I'm safe.
You're safe. And I wouldn't do anything to dox you or hurt you anyway.
No, it's not. It's recorded and it's available for the universe to watch for all eternity. So it's not you. Anyway, let's continue watching.
You don't think you should be touching your kids?
Provocateur, like I said.
I think it's fine to touch your kids. I don't know
The
about
way he says
the bums.
I spank them I slap them on the ass. It's fine, of course.
Like if you're punishing them, but not for like anything else.
Like not even during a baseball game?
Wait, what?
Not even during a baseball game?
Wait. Something really interesting that I read once, many, many years ago. So sometimes fathers abuse their daughters, not sexually, by telling them they're ugly. You're so ugly. No man is ever going to want to marry you. You're disgusting. So I read this book by this psychologist, and she reviewed in this book all the cases with all her patients from there. Oh, it's actually the book's name is Toxic Family or something. Anyway, it used to be a famous book back in the day when I was young. Anyway, so this patient came to her who was a grown woman, and she was always in toxic relationships with men, and so the psychologist asked her, okay, tell me about your childhood. So she said, well, when I was a child, my dad used to be very abusive, always telling me that I'm ugly and disgusting and that I smell bad. And I used to take showers all the time so that I wouldn't smell bad. And anyway, it drove her insane and it destroyed her life. So, okay, Michelle, let's hear. What's your prognosis? Why? What happened?
Mm, what happened? Well, first off, the woman was definitely abused.
Why did her father abuse her like this?
I suspect that. Well, I would ask more questions. I would want to know more about the mother and what the relationship is like with her.
Let's
Um,
assume there's no mother.
okay.
Ask me the questions. I'll try and give you as many answers as possible.
Okay. So no mother.
I'll
So
give you
we're
I'll give you
discounting
a
any kind of resemblance.
I'll give you a hint. It has to do with this discussion. With the discussion about the spanking, and it's very similar to the spanking. But in
Oh,
general,
he's a sadist.
that's let's assume he's not. He was
Okay.
an upstanding member of society, of community. No, he's not a sadist. He's a normal, fully functioning father, except for he used to tell her she smells bad all the time and that she's ugly and disgusting and no man will ever want to marry her. Aside from that, he was just everything was perfect. No, he was not a sadist. There
Okay.
is an explanation, and the
Yeah, why don't you
psychologist.
tell me?
So she said this happens a lot. Okay, I'll give you more information. So
Okay.
this started happening around puberty.
Oh, I get it now.
So what's the answer?
Basically, he had some untapped feelings. Like it was like that's my little honey boo bear, but now she has like she's growing something on her chest. Like it's kind of weird, and he didn't know how to deal with the feelings. So instead of like working through it, he just started to call his daughter ugly and like make fun of her and stuff like that because he had some internal shit with the fact that his little munchkin poo bear was like growing up and all that stuff.
Exactly.
Yeah.
He became sexually attracted to her and it terrified him. It mortified him and he didn't know how to deal with it. So that was how he dealt with it. He told her that she's ugly. He's really telling it to himself so that he would not be sexually attracted to her. He was getting turned on
Yeah.
by her and he hated it. He hated himself for that and he was trying to remove it from his brain, and that's what he was doing. So he ruined. So what I'm saying is that what Alex is saying and what Chris was saying last night on Greg's stream, very similar. I don't know if I told you that he never told his daughter that he loved her or that she's beautiful. Did I tell you this?
No, it's terrible.
So we had a stream last night. So I asked Chris. I don't remember his last name. And he said, "No, I never told my daughter that I love her. I never told her that she's beautiful." So I told her, but she's yearning for this. She needs to hear this. And this is exactly the point: is men today, fathers today, are so terrified of the accusation of pedophilia that they don't tell their daughters they're beautiful and that they're sexy and they love them and and this is driving today's daughters I think insane. And as you said, Michelle, it's going to drive them to the first man that's going to say to them, and it might be a bad person, a
Mhm.
bad partner.
Yeah.
And
That's actually interesting, like the method that he used, because that's actually something I suggest to people like who are like getting over an ex or something. I tell them like you're gonna have to just imagine them doing like disgusting or terrible things. Because oftentimes, especially in like those shorter relationships that didn't work out, and they have like this, very romanticized view of the person, and then getting rejected is like horrible for them. They need like some sort of contact of negativity to associate with the person, and they have to actually build it. So it's interesting that he's doing that.
You talk about the father that called his daughter
Yeah, it's
disgusting?
almost like he's doing what I suggest to people who have exes they can't get over. It's funny.
Incredible.
Hmm
Yeah, so he's trying to get over his daughter and he's trying to convince himself that she smells bad.
Yeah, but he shouldn't be saying that to her. Like, that's horrible. So
Yeah.
that's not like I tell people, like, imagine them, like, knuckle deep finger up their nose or something like that, and just like picture them like that all day until you just like can't unsee it, and then eventually it starts retraining the brain to think of them more in a human imperfect kind of way.
Right. So it's really incredible. I don't have a problem saying it, but Alex, maybe it's because I'm older, but you see Alex, everybody on the panel, and Q2, before he said that he should have defended Thorpe, but he was kind of dragged into the bandwagon. But he
Yeah.
should have, and he regrets not having defended Thorpe. And it's
Well,
like,
steel manning, like presenting his arguments so that they can attack his ideas rather than just like getting upset. Pretty
Hey,
much, like I want
Q2.
them to attack his ideas. Yeah.
Like, I'm learning a lot about like the debate terms and stuff like that. Can you go over what a steel man is?
So steelman is to basically what you're doing is you are taking somebody's argument and you're presenting it back to them in a way that makes sense and makes things clear. So if we were in a debate like one on one and I steelman your argument, I would say basically all I'd have to say is like, oh, is this what you're saying? And then are you saying X? And then if you agree with X, then all right, cool, we can move on from there. And if I really wanted to go hard with the steel man, I would use the steel man, and then I would use your own logic to defeat your argument. So saying like, well, you believe in this, but then you also believe in this. How does that work out? And then that's how a steel man is usually used. So when I was saying I should steel man Ben's points, I was saying I should have tried to go through all the I guess the weeds or just the extra flamboyant words and all that stuff to have everybody else attack his actual arguments and wrestle with the ideas instead of having everybody on the panel just kind of being like, oh, this guy's weird, this guy FBI open up, like all that shit and
Like,
memeing
take
and
out
stuff.
the shock value. So a steel man isn't inherently bad or anything.
I don't know. Wait a minute. Steelman, the way I would explain what a steelman is, steelman means to to argue for the opponent. It means to argue for the opponent, do your best to argue his position better than he has done thus far, and then you can attack it.
Oh.
But
Yeah,
first,
well, that's a better definition. You're right about that.
Thank you both for explaining it to me. I appreciate it.
But he's not. I mean, he's doing a perfectly good job presenting his case. I mean, you don't need to steelman his presentation, his claims.
Oh, there's still a lot of shock value to it that, like, people couldn't get past. Like, you could see on, Alex's expressions, like, that he's, like, really taken aback by the things that Ben is saying.
He's
And even,
pretending. Alex is pretending.
the chat
Alex
is
is
even
virtual.
being,
Alex is virtual signaling. There's no way what Alex believes what he's saying. It doesn't make sense. Alex says, if a chick is under 18, how can I have sexual attraction for her? Does that make any sense?
That's a very common normie talking point. It's because like you don't think about it. Like you're like when you're 19 or whatever, or 20, you're not thinking like, wow, that means I can only look at girls that are 2 years. Like nobody ever thinks about it that way because it's like not usually just not worth thinking about. And then second, it's like it is an uncomfortable thought to be like, well, wait a minute. When I was in high school, I might have been looking at some girl in the hallway and I was 18 and she wasn't 18. She was under 18. I was like, it's the reason we have this stupid ass woke culture right now, where like a 19-year-old can't date a 17-year-old and shit like that. It's like there are uncomfortable thoughts, and like people have this. Technically, I agree with this slave in terms of lying to yourself. Like technically, yes, if you like really dig deep and like want to unpack it, but like people do have a a wall of normalcy and saying, well, I can explore this idea, but it's not worth exploring this idea, and society has agreed it's not worth exploring this idea, so I'm not going to explore this idea. And like that's the wall of normalcy that I think is like the name suggests, normal.
I wouldn't say it's a wall of normalcy. I would say it's it's virtuous signaling. He's lying. I mean, he's lying because when he go because we know statistically everyone watches porn. Everyone he watches it. He calls women when he talks to them. He says daddy. He calls himself daddy. So who's your daddy? And spank. He talks a lot about spanking, which is something a dad does to his daughter. So anyway, I mean, it of all the people in the universe, I would say he is the most who would get turned on by his daughter. He is turned on. Anyway, I think he's lying. I want to see his porn history. If he's accusing Thorpe, then I'm accusing him. This
Okay,
is my new MO. If if A accuses B of pedophilia, then I accuse A of pedophilia. Done.
Boom.
Because I'm tired of everyone accusing everyone. It's like a witch hunt. Everybody is pointing fingers that everybody else is a witch. So whoever claims somebody is a witch, I claim that the accuser is a witch. Prove to me you're not. Show me your porn history. Anyway, so I think it's virtuous signaling. Virtuous signaling is especially strong with people who are really guilty. Like I heard of these cases, like these Republicans or these ministers, Christian ministers, who are anti-gay and anti-drugs, and then they get caught having a gay orgy, a gay
like
drug orgy.
snorting cocaine off a guy's dick.
Yeah. These are the most, diehard anti-gay, anti-drug Republicans, and then they're the biggest, like, cocksuckers in the world. Literal. So it's deflection. So Alex is deflecting, which makes him a suspect. Like, if I were the police, I would go to Alex. Because everybody else, because Thorpe is admitting. So, okay, he's not suspect of anything, but Alex is behaving exactly as you would expect a suspect to behave. He's deflecting. Anyway, how long have we been it's 2 hours and 22 minutes. You guys want to stay on or you want to die?
I actually have to go to the Chronic stream and continue doing timestamps for Black V Silver. So I need to get on that because that's a lot to go through.
I said, oh shit. Well, you're busy.
Oh, I mean, I could stay a little longer.
No. I'm saying like in general.
Oh yeah. He wants to cover the whole Chronic and Sarah thing, and so we're trying to piece together everything that happened because Greg, took out the threats and all that on his stream.
Oh, that's W. Greg.
Yeah, we're trying to stitch it together with Chronic stream, and we have to go through and timestamp everything that happens so that he has his
Wait, who are you doing this for?
Black V Silver.
Oh, Black Silver?
Yeah, it's Black V Silver. Yeah.
Black V Silver?
V. If you look at his name, there's a V in it. It's Black V Silver.
Oh, so Black V Silver, he wants to put together a video going over what happened with.
Yeah, and he's probably going to do some call outs on Chronic because Chronic's quite extreme. And this isn't the first time he's called him out on stuff. So I'm helping him just because it's like over a 7-hour stream and like he needs reference points to build his video. So I'm helping him with it.
Holy Jesus, that's a lot of work.
It is a lot of work. Like we have to like watch, hours and hours of streams and, write out essentially a transcript.
Is it worth it?
I enjoy helping him. and I'm hoping I can learn from him. So he's actually a really nice guy.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
He's like
I
half
I
he's
hoping.
Japanese, right?
Yeah, I think so. I don't think English is his first language either. But he's super nice. He treats me with a lot of respect, and I respect him, and I'm happy to help him out.
Nice. Okay. All right. So I'm Q2. I'm gonna end it here. I have to go. Anyway. I have to get back to work. I have to work a little more before I die.
Absolutely.
All right.
Right.
All
I'll
right,
probably
guys.
jump on Greg's stream later if you guys are out.
Yeah, me too. I'll probably drop by later.
All right.
Okay, guys. Thank you very much. Good night.
Good night.
Bye.